There are forces in this world, empires really, that operate completely in the shadows. They're so powerful, so untouchable, that they seem to exist beyond the reach of any law or world leader. It's a global machine, a multi-billion-dollar enterprise built on secrets. And believe me, it protects those secrets with everything it's got. So what happens when one single person, one voice, decides to stand up and tell the truth? What happens when they try to fight back against a force that has silenced countless others? Well, that's the story we're diving into. I've got to be honest with you, this isn't an easy story to hear, but it's one that absolutely has to be told. If you believe that too, subscribe and join us. Be part of a community that isn't afraid to look where others won't. This story, like so many others, begins with a trap. Every predator is looking for the perfect target, someone vulnerable, someone who won't be missed, and in their eyes, they found one. Her name is Mia Khalifa, but before the entire world knew that name, she was just a young woman, struggling, feeling totally and completely lost. She's talked about how she felt back then, overweight, insecure, and just invisible. And that feeling, that deep need to be seen, to be validated, that's exactly what they look for. It's the weakness they can exploit. And then, one day, it happened. She was working a normal job at a fast food place, and a customer came up to her. He saw her, he gave her the exact attention she'd been craving her whole life. But this wasn't kindness. It was a perfectly designed lure. He didn't say, "You should do porn." Of course not. They never do. He said modeling. He sold her a dream of glamour, of acting, of fast, easy money. It was an illusion crafted to hide a reality that was an absolute nightmare. That one conversation, that one lie, led her from a restaurant into what I can only describe as a crime scene. Because what goes on behind those cameras, it isn't entertainment. It's the systematic destruction of a human being. Just think about this timeline for a second. Mia was only in the industry for 3 months. That's it. A ridiculously short amount of time. But in today's world, 3 months is more than enough to create a digital ghost of you that will follow you, haunt you, for the rest of your life. And for that lifelong sentence, you want to know what she was paid in total? $12,000. Let that sink in. The industry makes millions, if not billions, from her image, and she got 12 grand for a lifetime of consequences. It's insane. The deception just keeps going on set. You might watch a 30-minute video online and think that's all it was. But the reality? That 30 minutes took 8, sometimes 10 hours to film. An entire day of grueling, repetitive acts designed to push you past your breaking point. And there's a system to it all. It's a ruthlessly effective playbook for control. Consent? It becomes a meaningless word. Other people on set might demand their turn. Everything, and I mean everything, gets recorded. Not just for the video, but as blackmail material for later. That's how they keep you quiet. That's the trap. But here's the thing. Mia didn't stay quiet. She got out. And when she did, she went from being a victim to something the industry is terrified of, a witness. So how did she pull it off? How did she survive when so many others couldn't? She was smart. She completely flipped the script. She took the fame they created and used it as a weapon against them. She went on TV, gave interviews all over the world, and started exposing their dirtiest secrets. She made herself so famous that they couldn't just make her disappear. Her fame became her shield. But even with that shield, she constantly warns people. She says, this is the most dangerous industry in the world. Once you enter, they never leave you alone. It's just a bone-chilling reminder that just because you escape the set doesn't mean you're free. That digital ghost is always there. They never, ever let you go. After laying out all the facts of a case like this, it's just impossible not to have a strong personal reaction. For me, the part that I just can't shake is the brutal permanence of it all. 3 months of your life, probably when you were at your most vulnerable, traded for an eternity of being haunted by it. There's a version of you out there that you have zero control over, forever. It's not just a bad memory. It really is a modern-day life sentence, and there's no chance for parole. These stories, they're vital, they're warnings, they're testimonies that need to be heard. If you agree, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. It's truly the only way we can keep these investigations going and make sure they reach the people who need to hear them most. Thank you, really, for being here and for listening. Our work here is nowhere near finished. There are so many more shadows to look into, so many more truths that need to be dragged into the light. We'll see you in the next explainer.